I took a long break from social media for a while to really refocus my life and get back on my feet. Sometimes you have to fall off the face of the earth in order to put on the weight of the world. I feel like going through what I went through with, my hard drive, failure, losing damn near all my business, depression that I went through, everything outside of the photography. I feel like everything was weighing me down, and I wasn't the normal strong person that I was. So I had to literally fall off the face of the earth in order to regain like my strength, in order to regain like my step and my footing. With the situation with the hard drive, I was actually at work. One of my colleagues walked past me and knocked the hard drive off the table on accident. The next day, my hard drive stopped connecting, and then everything was gone. I was at a point in my life where I felt like I was going to the next phase. I was growing substantially in a new phase, in a new level of direction with photography right before that happened. It wasn't just the business that failed, personal relationships with, a handful of my friends. It was my personal relationship with God. My overall confidence in life, was stunted. Whenever I go through a situation, I isolate myself. I take myself away from social media. I take myself away from outward influence to where that will hinder my growth process in that. And I did the same thing this time, but it didn't work this time. I did that, and then it got worse. So I found myself being a broken man, putting together pieces of a broken man. I'm gonna tell you this one. This is like the defining moment for me. The actual reflection of liberation. Julie Shannon's my best friend. Jay's my little sis. So it was like, yo, house it. We'll be gone for like a week and a half. How about you just house it? So I was like, all right, cool. I sent Shannon a text message, and I said, yo, have you ever created something with a specific meaning? Walk away from that creation. Come back to that creation unintentionally, and that creation that you made have a completely different meaning. My boy was just like, no. What do you mean? What's going on? And I texted him, and I told him, this picture that's on the wall, just saved my life. I get back to Shannon's house, and I walk through his door, and the first thing I see is a picture that I took. The lights is off, but when I open the door, just a little bit of gleam of light going into the apartment actually showed this one thing, and it was this picture. I just stood there and stared at that picture for about 30 minutes. And literally it broke down every angry bone I had in my body, and I stared at this picture because it was a transition. It was a moment where I didn't have the desire to give up. I didn't have the desire to quit. I had the desire to keep going. I was actually now motivated to get back where I was and be greater. Quietly on a mission, getting back on my feet. But I'm definitely going to be much more humble than I ever been. Because you can't lose it all. And I did lose it all. And, I had to hit the restart button. Literally had to hit the restart button. I'm a much more intelligent person now, starting over, than I was when I first started. So the start is now the restart is much greater than the actual start. My liberated reflection happened when I least expected it. It was in my darkest moment, when I was ready to give up everything, ready to quit, ready to just be reckless, be that lost soul. I didn't care about anything at that moment. And then that one instant, picture was sitting there, waiting for me. Just waiting for me. And the crazy part about it was my signature is on this picture in silver. And that was the brightest part of that whole picture. It's a bright picture, but it was the brightest part that stuck out to me the most in that whole picture. My last name, my actual government his name. T.Tryon. So, what I look like giving up, what I look like living. My name is T.Tryon, and this is my Liberated Reflection.